Tonight, on Kenya's Most Wanted, he confessed to 14 murders, 88 rape incidents, countless bank robberies, carjackings and drug deals. Police described him as a cunning, elusive gangster. Edward Maina Shimoli ventured into a life of crime at the age of 20 and later will become Kenya's Most Wanted.
That was a very peculiar character type of a psychopath.
So all of a sudden nikaona ameingia kwa baa, watu wamenyamaza.
Wakaanza kumbongesha ati atoke kwa keja asarende.
Police said Edward Maina Shimoli was more dangerous than Bernard Madheri, alias Rasta, Gerald Munyeria Wambogo, alias Wanogo, and Anthony Kanagi, alias Oshosho, who were described by former police commissioner Shadrack Kiruki as Kenya's top criminals in August 1995. Born Edward Maina Shimoli on the 17th of May 1968, Shimoli came to Nairobi from Butere, Western Kenya, and went to school at Jericho Primary School. He later will join Jericho Secondary School in the same neighborhood.
Then mtu alikuwa na like fan sana kwa chuo, mtu apenda jokes, anapenda game, yani game kama alikuwa like vitu kama mbio hivi, ana like vitu creative, to create vitu unaweza create kama art nini.
Growing up in this tough neighborhood, Shimoli later married Shakila Mohammed and had 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls in this 4-bedroom house.
Alikuwa like yani madem yani kama sasa ni title tulikuwa nayo ya kushoani tuko juu.
In the 90s, Shimoli had bogus ID cards in the names of Philip Opio Ouma and Osman Arab Songok when he was baptized into the world of crime. But his shocking catalogue of crimes earned him the name the Kenyan Carlos the Jackal, after the infamous Venezuelan self-styled professional revolutionary whose real name was Ramirez Sanchez, who left a trail of murders in the 1970s and 80s before being seized by French agents and jailed for the rest of his natural life in 1997.
Shimoli was somebody who would do all kinds of things undercover. He was a very secretive criminal. But the minute he is caught, he would cooperate. He would even tell the police where the firearms are.
Growing up in this Jericho neighborhood in the 90s, Shimoli was toughened by the environment and became a steely individual who had to have his way in life. Friends described him as the kind of person on whose toes you did not want to tread.
Maybe kuna mtu fulani tu anamchokoza. Yes, mtu ati umchokoze akaya cheki. Ni alikuwa anakuona. Inabaki sasa ukikam, vile unamuona ukikam zaidi inabaki sasa anakuona na kuambia wacha nini, ana try kushow wachana na mambo nini. Sasa hapo sasa ikakuwa yeye ni mtu no nonsense, yani apendi fala ya mtaa hii ujinga hapa na pale.
This was his favorite hangout joint whenever he didn't feel like going out, just a few meters from his house. He would come here to chew miraa and smoke marijuana with his friends. He called it Fallujah, an acronym borrowed from a city in Iraq where the US and the British forces held an offensive in 2004. Whether it held any significance to his clear chosen path is not known. He was not good in physical fights. His childhood heroes were John Rambo and Arnold Schwarzenegger. He would later borrow a few stunts from the movies in his criminal activities, which worked for some time. In the Eastlands, reggae music is popular, and like many, Shimoli loved the mighty culture song of Bob Marley. It was his anthem.
He was quiet and quite calculative. and of course very lethal, because most of his victims are those who could possibly identify him after that.
He was the leader of a gang known as the Dream Team. Their creed was never to rob anyone from their neighborhood, but anything outside that was acceptable. In early 2000, police declared Shimoli the most dangerous villain on Kenyan soil. His crimes read like a thriller. Emerging rappers from the Eastlands idolized him in their music.
Notice Maina Shimoli tuko na resemblance, ukipata accident umegongwa tu na ambulance.
The name Shimoli became a household name, but this notorious wanted gangster was also a study in contrast. As police were busy looking for him, neighbors would frequently go to him for help if they were robbed, and their goods will be returned promptly.
Juu alikuwa na stop crime ya petty crimes, hizi za keja, kubreak keja nini, na ungesanyiwa umkute, umwambie ama asikie ulisanyiwa kama TV yako fridge. Alikuwa anakuja na kuuliza, na alikuwa anahakisha amekuchunguzia juu alikuwa nikawa anajuana. Anashikao, anaweka down, anamwambia rudisha by 24 hours, wako amerudisha hizo vitu. Na siamini kwa zinarudi.
The young man from Ofafa Jericho in Nairobi's Eastlands area was only 20 years old when he ventured into a life of crime right after high school. Edward Maina Shimoli was good at his job and got away with his outrageous crimes most of the time. But even when the arm of law did catch up with him, he smoothly slipped through their fingers. He left a trail of murders, rapes and robberies, and seemed to possess the cat's proverbial 9 lives. Next week on Kenya's Most Wanted.
Kidogo katika hiyo harakati ya kustuka ikakuwa ala ni yeye. Mimi nikaingiza baridi juu zile noma nishasikia zimefanyika jo.